Hello there, this is John Brewer here at Wellness Within. Delighted to be here once again for our 7th YouTube video that I hope you enjoy. Just to remind you that Qigong stands for cultivation of life force energy, and the methodologies that we're going to use to do that include movement, physical movement, breathing, self-massage, and meditation. And often we can combine 2 or more of those together as well. So very efficient practice. I'm going to present you with a 10-minute routine that includes one movement-focused activity, one breathing, one self-massage, and one meditation. So what I want to do is make this really accessible. Just 10 minutes, you can do something for yourself that is very healing and supportive of health and happiness. And in addition to that, you'll have a little menu of 4 activities that you can choose one of for what I like to call a momentary method. You can get lots of benefit in just a minute or 2 of practice. So I'd like to start with a wonderful practice called the warrior's breath. And as you can imagine from the name of the practice, we're focusing on breathing on this one. So I'd like to demonstrate the warrior's breath for you first, and then I'll break it down for you as well. And the reason I want to demonstrate it is we can do this practice gently or moderately dynamically or very dynamically. And so we can do this standing or seated as well, even lying down. And so the purpose of warrior's breath is multifaceted. One is it's a great warm-up. And it is a great way to release or dispel any energy that's not serving you. Let's call it stagnant chi or contracted energy. This is a great way to release that and just open up to bringing in fresh, vital life force energy. And so I'm going to demonstrate this first in a way that is gentle, a gentle way of doing warrior's breath. Now I'm going to make it more dynamic. And more dynamic still. So, whatever your body is asking of you when you practice this, whether gentle is just right on any given day or something more dynamic, you make the choice. Remember, self-care is the most important part of it. And whenever doing Qigong, practice some self-observation so you're noticing how your body is doing with any of these movement practices. So what we're doing here with the warrior's breath is we're starting with the breath in. Big breath in. And then we're breathing out as we sink down a little bit. Breathing out, and then as we lift our hands up, we're breathing in, and then with this forceful motion out, we're breathing out with force. And you can use sound if you like. Now, sound, as a matter of fact, is a 5th component for our Qigong practice that we'll incorporate today. And the 6th component is visualization, so using the mind's focus in our practice. So when we're doing this movement, and where the hands and arms are sinking down, we can use our capacity to visualize and imagine that we are clearing away the sludge in our life, that we are releasing any kind of stagnant or toxic energy. And that release happens through the movement, and it happens through the breath, and it happens through the visualization. Let's do 3 of these warrior's breaths without me talking, and you choose how dynamic or vigorous that you want to do this practice. Remember, starting with that big breath in, sinking down on the out breath, breathing in, Now relax for a moment, whether you're sitting or standing, and just notice your energy internally and around you. And that is the warrior's breath. Was originated among Qigong practitioners who used a very vigorous form of Qigong. Today we call it Kung Fu for a dynamic. So it's a great warm-up to be done at any point to start your day or at any point when you're transitioning from one thing to the next during your day. Let's move on to a practice that we'll find in our self-massage component of Qigong. And this one's called tapping. And we're simply going to tap all over our bodies. And you may be aware of the energy gates that we currently, in this day and age, call acupuncture points. We don't necessarily need an acupuncture needle to stimulate these points on our body or these energy gates. We can do it by tapping. And this will help to release any stuck energy and get the energy flowing, release what's not serving, and open up so we can receive fresh, vital life force energy. And so we'll go through some tapping. And right beneath the video that you're watching right now are some links. There's a link to a practitioner that I enjoy so that you'll have what I'm going to demonstrate for you now and what this practitioner offers as well. So you have a couple of resources. So tapping, we simply start with our head and just tap. This can be done very gently. If you like a little bit more of a, let's say, a light thump, you can do that, but it can be super gentle too. Just all over the head, forehead, removing the static from the attic. Yes, releasing any kind of cloudiness, cloudy thoughts. This is all over the head, the temples, the eyebrows, careful for the eyes, cheeks, jaw, back of your neck, shoulders, and chest. Gentle tapping. You can add a sigh of relief at any point with any of these practices. Sigh of relief would be something like, ah, oh, does the heart love that? Little moment of release. Tapping, tapping. And then we'll do our arms, our extremities of our arms, starting from the shoulder, down the top of the arm to the fingertips and back. There are meridian channels, energy channels, running from the fingertips all along the arms, the legs as well. So to go along and come across to the other arm, palm up, and then palm down. Thumb up, and then pinky on down. And here's a good place to stop for a little bit, right under the armpits there. We have a lot of lymph glands there, and this whole entire practice is really great for getting the lymph flowing, which is a great way to release toxins in the body, as is the breath. So as we do this tapping, we keep deep, relaxed, flowing in-breath and out-breath. This is a great way to just invigorate your organ systems, stomach, pancreas, spleen, liver, all the organ systems in your body. Tapping away. Now we're going to do the extremities here, but let's stop for a moment here right in the groin area. This is called the qua, and those energy channels we talked about. This links the bottom part of the body, the legs, with the top part of the body. These energy channels within is where the chi flows. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. So let's go down, just tapping. Now on the bending over, It's just a forward fold, and you only fold forward or bend as far as is comfortable for you. If you go this far, and this can be done seated as well and get just as much benefit, then you stop there. Only stay in your comfort zone. And we're just tapping, 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 tapping all the way to the feet and toes if we can reach that far. And then come up the outside of the legs. Tapping, tapping, tapping. I'm going to turn this way because we're going to work with our lower back and kidneys. This might be just a tad uncomfortable, so just go where you can to the lower back. You can use fingertips and palms, or you can turn and use knuckles, just gently tapping. Supporting the kidney energy system. And then we'll go down, back of your legs, only bending as far as is comfortable. And then come to the inside of your legs. Come up the inside of your legs. And then we're going to emphasize the work we've been doing to release energy from those energy systems by doing a little shaking. So you can pretend like or play like you're a rag doll here and just shake. This is a very invigorating, wonderful thing to do following tapping. Just releasing through what we call spontaneous Qigong or shaking. Nice big deep flowing breaths. Any sounds of any kind are welcome. Don't scare the dog, but sound healing is part of Qigong. Oh, that beautiful sigh of relief. So that's tapping. And as I said, you have a link for another practitioner if you like to see another way that this can be done. Good. I want to move on to our third practice for today. And it's called Gathering from Heaven and Earth. This is from the movement basket or component. And before we actually start moving, what this practice is going to help us remember is, what about this quality or this thing called qi or energy? And what about this gong where we're cultivating the energy? Well, we're gifted and blessed with the flow of energy every moment of every day. And in Qigong, we think of that energy as coming from the earth, moving up, supporting life. The flow of what they call yin energy upward. And at the same time, the heavenly energy, or the yang energy, flowing down. These two energies mix and merge in you and I and in all life forms to help us have the experience of life in the biosphere. Here we are. We're individual humans. We have agency, and at the same time, we're a collective or a community. As the Native Americans say, all my relations. We have interdependence with all of life. So while this energy is flowing naturally, we can amplify and magnify, and we can direct the energy through our Qigong practice. Conserve it, store it, and even purify our physical, emotional, and mental and spiritual selves through these practices. So get that sense of this energy flowing. And big deep breaths help with this. So we're going to visualize, use our mind's capacity. I'm going to demonstrate it for you. It's like sitting down onto a stool and bending forward a little bit, only as much as is comfortable, with this gathering movement, gathering the earth from the earth. Carrying the earth energy up to the heart level, extending out into the biosphere, and then up into the heavens and drawing the heaven energy down. Like this. And we're only going to squat and bend as far as is comfortable. Doesn't have to look like what I'm doing. And can be done just as beautifully and as effectively in a seated way. Extending out, sinking down, gathering from earth, carrying earth energy up to the heart and chest area, extending out into the biosphere, and up into the heavens and down. Big, deep, full breaths. If we want, we can coordinate the breathing like this. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. One more time. Breathing out. Sinking down. Gathering. Breathing in. Extending out. Breathing out. And breathing in. And now just relax and notice. Just like a few seconds of standing meditation following any of our practices, just to notice your own precious life force energy and appreciate yourself for practicing, treating yourself this way. I always think of Qigong as a way of loving myself and supporting my health and happiness and fulfillment on the planet. I hope that it's something like that for you too. Okay, we're going to conclude with one final practice. I put this one in the meditation component. I borrowed this one from the Heart Math program. Look up Heart Math sometime. They have some wonderful practices. This one's called the Heart Coherence Technique. Beautiful meditation. It's just a way to take when life gets challenging and nerves get jangled and things get tense. We can do a practice like this to calm down. Our heart and our brain create wave patterns, and they can be jangly, but we can create very coherent patterns that allow us to be less reactive and more responsive, less likely to become triggered and sort of act out, if you will, and more likely to choose wisely. So good practice. And we start with just connecting with your heart, just sensing that this part of your body. If it feels right, you can put a hand there as well. And then just deepen your breathing a little bit at a time. Breathe in and out, deepening your breathing. And then use your imagination to have a sense of breathing in and out of your heart. Breathing in to your heart and the breathing out from your heart. Breathing can be in and out the nose, in and out the mouth, your choice. Nice deep breaths. This is called heart-focused breathing. And then add the use of your imagination, your memory, your mind, and think of someone, human or a pet, even a plant, someone, some being that brings you joy or happiness or gratitude, or an experience that you've had, or a place in the world that you love, or even an object, anything to give you the visceral sense of happiness, of joy, of appreciation or gratitude. So just one thing for now, just have that surface in your mind's eye and continue the heart-focused breathing. As we're coming to a conclusion, continuing noticing how you're feeling, how you're doing. This practice, heart-focused breathing and heart coherence technique, has a cumulative effect. You can do it not only when you're stressed, but also when you're in a state of flow, and there's a cumulative effect that'll support your health, happiness, and well-being. And with that, I want to say thank you for accessing this video and for your interest in Qigong, your Qigong practice. It's an ongoing delight for me to be able to offer these sessions on YouTube for Wellness Within. Looks like I'll be back to do a couple more videos in December, so that there'll be something posted in December and January. I want to wish you the most fabulous holiday season. Enjoy every day, and just let you know, my heart is resonating through the Zoomosphere, through YouTube, to you, sending love. So enjoy. Until next time. Bye for now.